Hello everybody and welcome back to another episode of Manga Plays Minecraft live from my AFK room, deeping the bowels of my base. So I've been doing a little bit of rejiggery pokery and I've got some crap on here. So progress update. We finally have access to mending. So that is what I've been in the process of doing probably for the last 3 or 4 days, is trying to get everything leveled up. I don't actually know why I'm carrying that anymore. And so yeah, there's been a lot of work going on behind the scenes. I'm going to be taking that back with me. I don't need the arrows and I don't need that. So this is my little AFK room. So this is EXP Bank version 2. That we have from Eagle Eye, who I linked in last week's video, but I shall link again. So this is a redesign of his that's less resource hungry. And so there isn't like a crap ton of hoppers and everything else in here. So I'm just going to grab the XP out of this real quick. I'm not going to be able to do any more leveling right now because this is going to take a little bit of time. But yeah, so we've got mending on our sword, our pickaxe, our shovel. So we've got a pickaxe, an axe, my shovel, and that I don't think I've actually got it on. Yeah, I'm working on getting it on my armor, but we haven't got it quite yet. So we need to just quickly turn off our... So this is like a waste disposal system. It's kind of just like a regular, like, just bog standard circuit. So when the lever is down, so that the garbage disposal is off, it powers this redstone line here, which locks that hopper. But when you switch it on, it unlocks the hopper, and then everything that's in these chests drops down into that one, drops into the hopper, which then through the comparator repeater, a little bit of redstone that fires it into this dropper, who then throws it in there. Occasionally it gets jammed, but, you know, there's not really a lot else we can do about that. So we'll just stick that back in there and drop that in there as well. Actually, I'm going to get rid of these bows. Wow, how many? Oh, those are my torches. Why are my torches up there? So, yeah, this is the only thing with my AFK. I always end up takes me like 5 minutes to get all my stuff back together. Right, okay, so that's done. So that's moved. So we are now no longer in the place it was before. We're actually on the corridor, the next one over from our stairs. So this has now turned into my little workshop for making all the enchanted books for the enchanted bookshop and doing my own enchanted stuff. So I've got, like, you know, books that are in the process of being done. So, for example, something that's got, like, Respiration 2, but obviously it's not the top enchant. So I wait until I get another Respiration 2, combine them together, etc., etc. So we've got all of that done. And honestly, there is not a lot else has changed in the actual main base. We've done a little bit of planning with the actual warehouse, so all this is pretty much the same. Now what I am going to do before I forget, the whole reason I travelled back here in the first place was to get a load of oaks, because we are building a project, and I think if I have any more... Yeah, this is a problem. Like, the project that I'm building is actually quite a ways away, and I can't remember. So the enchanted bookshop. So I'm going to show you where we're at with the thing real quick. With the... So basically, what's happened is when I started doing the planning out the where, you know, the sort of the effect, we've affectionately named it Mangazon.com warehouse. I realised there was actually quite a lot of stuff I needed, which I didn't have. So as you can see, I've started planning out how it's going to be laid out. So there's going to be 4 banks of 8 in each section, And each one, I can't remember if it was 5 or 6 high. I think that one's currently 5 high. And it worked out basically in the region of something like over 1,000 chests in total. So there's a lot of wood to be done, which isn't the issue, but the issue was obviously all of the iron for all of the hoppers and lots of other things. And I was getting fed up of wasting diamonds on continually remaking new pickaxes. So I decided to focus on getting the mending and all of that stuff done, and then I can work on getting everything else. So other side projects were we needed, obviously going to need, I wanted glass for my water transportation system. So I needed to find a desert biome, so we did that. And it's kind of one of them things that everything has snowballed into everything else. So what basically happened was I knew where a snow biome was and I knew where an ice biome was, because I needed ice for the system as well. And I had the coordinates, so I just basically went into the nether. I can't remember if I said this before, but basically what had happened was, we'll take the mic. So I've literally chucked this in there because it can be a little bit of a walk sometimes. So we're going to quickly whiz down here. So we've got, if we get down to the end of this corridor, we've got so that's the ice biome down there, and this is the desert biome down here. And as you can see, we've had to dig out. This is actually all just like there's like a layer of dirt underneath this, and that's it. There isn't anything else. So yeah, that's going to be. So I built this, and then I started mining some sand, and then I came through this portal, and there was a creeper on the other side of it. Like I went through here, and then there was a creeper on the other side, because the buggers spawn in here like there's no tomorrow, or in the desert. So I was like, well, I need to build something, and I'm not one for just building a bog standard cube if I can help it. And I like castles, so I built a sandcastle. So it's nothing, again, spectacularly amazing, but I am trying to, so I'm using like a different color stained glass. These are kind of made to look like sort of like rusted doors. And, there's a little bed and stuff in here. So, and, some glass on the ceiling and just a slightly different slab. So, I'm trying to do things slightly differently and not just build everything out of cobblestone so it all looks the same. But anyway, I digress, and I realised I haven't even started my record stopwatch. Great. So yeah, the desert, but I haven't done anything with the desert biome yet. There's nothing really that spawns in there, so I'm not overly worried about building a car. I'll probably build something around it at some point. I'm thinking like kind of more like a diamond-shaped ice fortress maybe. But we'll have to see. But no, our main project, you'll see in a second, we have been quite busy. And I just wanted to say as well, I've already said, I've just realised I've recorded. I've just finished recording my BattleTech video, which is going to be released on Wednesday, and this video is actually going to come out before it, because Monday's video for BattleTech I've already recorded last week. So I'm a bit askew with where my videos have gone. But yeah, so I apologise for the dishevelled look and the general looking like death warmed up. Last week, both of my kids were ill. Both had like really bad coughs and sore throats and stuff. Becca lost her voice for a couple of days. So I haven't been sleeping well because I've been up with those two half the night. And then when I have been sleeping, it's not been in my own bed because that's where Becca's been sleeping with Mummy. And yeah, so like my back's not great because I haven't been sleeping on my nice expensive orthopedic mattress. And yeah, it's been a long week, so unfortunately I had to cancel my stream on Friday and Sunday because I really just wasn't well enough to do it. I was absolutely dying. So I basically just like sat and just chilled on Minecraft and just sort of like zoned out and did some stuff on here. So yeah, so my main goal was like obviously I needed mending. We don't have any villagers. All our villagers got killed right at the very beginning. When we all first joined the server, like 3 of us joined the server, all came onto the server all at the same time for the first time, and then there was like pillagers attacking the village, and so we got involved and we did all the stuff, and then a raid happened, and then all our villagers died. So that didn't really help. So this is what I've been working on. So when I built this portal, I knew the coordinates for the village. So I just went into the nether and just built a nether portal, and it spawned me on a roof of a house. So I destroyed the house and I built this quite nice, I feel, looking platform, and quite a nice bridge, because you basically had to come down here, go through a big trench and all the way up over there. So you can't quite see, like, these houses were all here to start with. This warehouse is new. So this was originally my pumpkin farm, which turned out to be a big pile of poo. I've tried like 3 different builds trying to get a pumpkin farm, and it's just not happening. So anyway, we're going to go to sleep real quick so you can see this place better in the day. So, oh, it's llamas, I think. Yeah. So yeah, so we initially built a pumpkin farm in here, and I think I've put like 3 different versions in here. And yeah, it's not great. One of them, I can't remember who did it, but they were, you know, it's this is a different one. And I am building something similar over that way, but on a much, much bigger scale. So I'm going to be ripping all of this out, and we'll use this room for something else. I don't really know what. So yeah, so this place obviously had villagers and stuff. So I've managed to capture the little buggers, and I have surrounded them in obsidian, because a creeper went off near one of them, and it escaped, and like 2 of them escaped. And I'm not great at this game, and it took a very long time. And I even cocked up on stream trying to replace all of this block work with obsidian, and I actually let 2 of them out whilst doing it. So so we've got 3 farmers and a butcher in here, and then this one is still a work in progress, as you can see, very hastily constructed. But this has got all the librarians, well, 4 of our librarians in, and then there is 1 more who basically was down here, was stubborn as hell. I couldn't get him back up. I couldn't be bothered to stick pistons under boats and things. So I just bricked him up there. And then when I put the lectern in front of him, it turned out the first book he offered was mending. So I was like, yay! So yeah, he's got his own little obsidian house. Like, there is nobody, and we actually need to make a quick modification to that, because it did occur to me that if a creeper explodes by that door, it is going to cause me issues. So what I am going to do is I'm going to try and remember where I just recently sorted all of this out, because it was like a big fat mess everywhere. There was like all my stuff in my chest was just all over the place, and it was driving me up the wall. So I am going to do this. So if something does explode near here, it isn't going to cause an issue, because it will blow off one gate, but it won't blow off the other. That's the plan. So I'm hoping that that will make him safe. So even if for some weird reason a creeper explodes by this door, it shouldn't destroy that door, because what will happen is as soon as the creeper explodes, like the other day I got tag teamed by a creeper and a witch, and you know, I'm fully expecting a creeper to explode near this, and then like a pillager to just randomly turn up and just go in there and kill him. And he's the only one I've got with mending on, so I really, really, really don't want to lose him. So we need to work on the other guys as well and get their bing. So yeah, so as you can see, I kind of went a bit mad with the farms. There's wheat, there's carrots, there's potatoes, and there's radishes, and then there's melons and pumpkins. Obviously, melons and pumpkins especially, are the best things to trade with. For the amount of time spent mining, like collecting, versus, you know, your reward. So like, I can get, you know, a crap ton of carrots and stuff, but the amount of time I have to invest to replant, pick up, and everything else, everything is going to be a monumental pain in the butt. So what I'm doing right now is attempting to build. So I've been like watching loads and loads and loads of YouTube videos, and there's been various different ones, but the common theme seems to be this style. So I haven't really been in this particular bit, so it's obviously not running 100% right now. So yeah, so basically nothing drastically. What's it? Just like a row of observers on the stems with a piston to push the thing off into the water into there and grab it by the chest, and done. So I am gonna stack the shit out of this and build this as high as I can possibly get it. This is Farmville, so you know it needs that. We need the farms here. So I decided to build it out of oak, and don't worry, I'm not going to leave it like this. It is going to look, you know, somewhat half decent, hopefully, by the time we finish. And honestly, I don't. So we can just do that. Oop. That. Is there a cat? I keep hearing a cat. Am I hearing a cat? Anyway, so yeah, so this is the plan for today. Oh, well, for this conceivable next probably time-lapse video. I kind of want to get this layer on and possibly a third layer if I've got enough bits. I have got some more pistons and observers and stuff over there. I'm hoping I can. So what I'm going to do is we're going to do a quick jump to a time-lapse, and I'm hoping that if I've worked this out right, I've got a second stopwatch in front of me to time the time lapse, and so I know how long that is, and if I divide it by like 3 or 4 or whatever it is that I do the fast forward by, it should help me work out how long the video is going to be. Something like that. Anyway, catch you in a minute. Okay, ladies and gents, that's kind of as far as I can go, really. I mean, I can put a little bit more in, but I don't have enough observers and I don't have enough pistons to fit. I mean, I need how many? Oh, by the way, yeah, I knew what I was about. I've changed my guy, so I wasn't quite there. So we are a proper English gentleman with a monocle, don't you know? What? So yeah, so this I think is going to be my character from now on. I do quite like it. And, you know, it kind of fits the monicum of a typical British gentleman, of which I am, obviously. And yeah, so we had a bit of a panic attack because I realised that none of this back area was lit up. And given how this particular area loves to spawn creepers, I thought, maybe we should light that up a little bit. And yeah, and you can obviously see I kept falling off because I'm an idiot and I don't take note of my surroundings. So yeah, so we've kind of just made a couple of paths here and there to sort of get ourselves about, and not that one in particular, but anyway. So I mean, how many? I don't even know how many I need for each level, if I'm honest. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 16 per floor of each, and I've got 13 and 9. So we are going to have a quick sprint back, I think, because I want to get at least one more level up. This already, in the time of me actually building, has produced more pumpkins than one of the farms did, like when I AFK'd overnight. I mean, that's not strictly true, but like when I AFK'd overnight in next to the other one, the one that was over there, oh, we've got more. Oh, I'm such an idiot. I've got more over here. I completely forgot. I haven't taken this system out yet. Let's tell you what, let's sleep so I don't get snuck up on. That'd be a good idea. So we have got a very slight mod on our a slight mod on our server. Basically, it was getting to the stage it was getting a bit difficult for everybody to get to sleep. So, you know, past the sort of day and night cycle thing. So what we've done is we've just put a slight modification to the server where we basically, you know, only one of us has to go to sleep in order for the day night cycle to sort of cycle. So yeah, so that's the, you know, I'm trying to keep this server as vanilla as possible, to keep sort of everything as easy and as user friendly as possible. So, you know, you start adding mods in and you start getting issues with server instability and all that sort of thing. So that's not something I want to do. So we're sticking with bare bones minimum. You know, there'll be some like basic moderator tools and stuff. And then, you know, the only other additions will maybe be like if we wanted, like, I kind of want to do an event or something for October. I have no idea what or how or any of that. I kind of just want to do something, but I just don't know what. So if you've got a suggestion for some form of event, you know, like, you know, who can die the most time or who dies the most times, because there are a couple of us on here. Saf, I'm looking at you. They do die a lot. So it'd be like, you know, I mean, you could actively just try and get yourself killed all the time. I mean I mean, you'd have to have severe dedication to do that, but yeah, I don't know, like most resources mined, or I don't know. I don't want to say like kill the most phantoms, because they did that on the Hermitcraft server, I think, and so I don't really want to be copying other people's ideas. But obviously it may not be original. They may have got it from somebody else. I don't know, but you know, it's so yeah. So if you guys can think of anything, by all means, please let me know, and we'll try and get something. So that gives us. What did I say I needed? 16. So yes, we've got enough for one more layer, I think. So we need to just grab a few more. I'm going to drop the chests in there. Where did I put those oak logs? Birch, that's oak. I've actually put them in the wrong chest. They belong in this chest. So I think I've got enough droppers. I should have enough redstone dust. And I'll just take that bit as well. I think we're good. It's bound to be something. If you noticed in the sort of speed bit video, there was a lot of me going backwards and forwards, and like on one scenario, I didn't even get halfway up this flight of stairs before I realised I'd completely forgotten to get something that I needed. And had to go all the way back again. But right, so we need to. This is the only slight downside with this is they don't always. And now I've got myself trapped. So what we're going to have up now. And I'll tell you what else I haven't got is 4 buckets of water. That sucks. Alright, so let's get there because the soil takes bloody ages to hydrate, so we'll get that on the go first. Okay. So yeah, we'll get the buckets of water running. It'll be a quick backwards and forwards, and then we'll get this last layer done. So I mean, it's not a complicated build by any stretch of the imagination. It's actually fairly simple, and let's be honest, it'd have to be for me to be using it because I'm still learning. I'm getting there slowly with the redstone stuff. I'm starting to figure out things, but obviously, you know, I'm by no means an expert, and I'm, you know, no means running at 100% today. So this is actually quite therapeutic. Let's say therapeutic, but it's quite sort of. I'm going to say it takes a lot of brain power to do. It does, certain things do, but when you kind of get into a rhythm of what you're doing, it kind of does. It is a little bit easier to do. Does that make sense? It probably does. Anyway, I'll shut up now because I can't even climb up my own thing. Oh wow! Right, okay. So that's that one. That's that one. That's that one, and that's that one. I don't think the hoe that I've got is going to cut this. I will see. I bet it's not. Oh, we're riding the red line. It's gonna go on the last one. Bugger. Okay. Let's get the block work finished. So yeah, this is actually sort of relative. This is, pardon my French, this is relatively simple. And well, it is if you're not a complete moron like I am. I'm always doing that. I am always placing blocks in the wrong place all the time. I don't know whether it's like me or the game hitboxes or what, but I seem to do it an awful lot. Oh, there's that cat. Easily distracted as well. So yeah, I don't know. It's highly probably me. It's like I've been waiting. I don't know if the game mechanic for like the mechanic for the like the soil, the land, these bits here, I can't remember what they're called. If you plant something in it when it's dry, does it stay dry or does it go wet eventually? I don't know. So I've literally been waiting for the water to become wet so I can start doing the planting. It's stupid, I know, but it's just one of them things that like I'm not sure, so I just hedge my bets and do it that way anyway. So yeah, so basically all you do is that the way it works is you put a hopper, you put an observer down there with a piston next to it facing out there, like that, and then you stick the blocks up on the back, slap some redstone dust on it, and then basically when the what will happen is the observer sees the change in the soil. So when the pumpkin actually grows onto the bit next door, the stalk changes and the observer picks up on that and then fires the piston. Basically it, and then it falls into the water stream and then drops into the hoppers and goes down the bottom. That's it. It's not it's not drastically complicated. I'm by no means the first person to do it, and like I said, you know, there are other people that are a darn sight better at doing this than me, and I've just sworn again, and I really am trying to control how much I swear, because I do swear too much. And that's that side. That bit. And sake. Right. Not back far enough, obviously. Right there. 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 And there. Ah! Feather falling for the win. Okay, so we're done with observers, so we can drop those off. We're done with hoppers as well for now. Glowstone, we might have to... I think I'm going to build up the next layer and then possibly stick the thing in. But get off. So yeah, that's basically it. I'm going to call it, guys. So I don't know how big I'm going to make this, and I genuinely don't know what I'm going to do to the outside of it to make it look less like a... I mean, it kind of looks like a skyscraper. I mean, how high do I want to make it? I mean, there is really that I need to do a mining session as well because I've run out of iron and stuff. So we might have to do that off cam. And yeah, so I think we're going to call it there for today, guys. I hope you did enjoy the video. By all means, if you have any suggestions, any upgrades or anything that I'm doing wrong, please let me know in the comments down below. Obviously, be nice. Don't forget to leave me a rating. Don't forget to subscribe if you can. And don't forget to hit the bell icon. And don't forget to come and follow me on Twitch. I stream every Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and Sunday. And yeah, all right, guys. So that's me done. I'm out. See you later. Bye-bye.